Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Today we are discussing text number 19 of chapter number 2. So we'll recite first, then we'll discuss. Yainam vetti hantaram
Yainam Vetti Hantaram,
yaschainam manyate hatam
Yaschainam Manyate Hatam,
bhauto na vijanito
Ubhautau na Vijanitau,
nayam hanti na hanyate.
Nayam Hanti na Hanyate.
Yainam vetti hantaram
Yainam Vetti Hantaram,
yaschainam manyate hatam
Yaschainam Manyate Hatam,
bhauto na vijanito
Ubhautau na Vijanito,
nayam hanti na hanyate.
Nayam Hanti na Hanyate.
You can recite.
Yainam Vetti Hantaram,
Yainam vetti hantaram
Yaschainam Manyate Hatam,
yaschainam manyate hatam
Ubhautau na Vijanito,
bhauto na vijanito
Nayam Hanti na Hanyate.
nayam hanti na hanyate. Word meaning, translation purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So word meaning, we will repeat. Yaha,
Yaha,
anyone who.
anyone who.
Enam,
Enam,
this.
this.
Vitti,
Vitti,
knows.
knows.
Antaram,
Antaram,
the killer.
the killer.
Yaha,
Yaha,
anyone who.
anyone
Who.
who.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Enam, this.
Enam, this.
Manyate,
Manyate,
things.
thinks.
Hatam,
Atam,
killed.
killed.
Ubhau,
Ubhau,
both.
both.
Tau,
Tau,
they.
they.
Na,
Na,
never.
never.
Vijanitaha,
Janitaha,
are in knowledge.
are in knowledge.
Na,
Na,
never.
never.
Ayam,
I am
this.
this.
Anti,
Anti,
kills.
kills.
Na,
Na,
nor.
nor.
Anyate,
Anyate,
is killed.
is killed.
Translation. Neither he who thinks,
Neither he who thinks,
the living entity, the slayer,
the living entity, the slayer,
nor he who
nor he who
thinks it slain,
think it slain,
is in knowledge.
is in knowledge.
For the self
For the self,
slays not,
slays not,
nor is slain.
nor in slain.
Purport. When an embodied living entity is hurt by fatal weapons, it is to be known that the living entity within the body is not killed. The spirit soul is so small that it is impossible to kill him by any material weapons, as will be evident from subsequent verses. Nor is the living entity killable because of his spiritual constitution. What is killed or is supposed to be killed is the body only. This, however, does not at all encourage killing the body. The Vedic injunction is Ma Insyat Sarva Bhutani. Never commit violence to anyone. Nor does understanding that the living entity is not killed encourage animal slaughter. Killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of the state as well as by the law of the Lord. Arjuna, however, is being engaged in killing for the principle of religion and not whimsically. ममज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
Namah. Shri Chaitanya
श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं
Manobhishtam
स्थापितं
Sthapitam
येन
Yena
भूतले
Bhutale
स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं
Swayambhuvagramayam
ददाति
Dadati
स्वापयन्ति।
Swapadantikam
वन्देऽहं
Vandeham
श्रीगुरो
Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam
पदकमलं
Shri
श्रीगुरोन्
Guru
वैष्णवांश्च
Vaishnava Shri
श्रीरूपं
Rupam
साग्रजातं
Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam
साद्वैतं सावधूतं
Bhutam Parijana
परिजनसहितं
Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam
तदेकं
Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavane Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
So we are discussing the 19th slok of chapter number 2 of Bhagavad Gita, and in this it's explained that one who thinks that soul is slain or soul can kill anyone or soul can be killed, both are in ignorance, because soul can never be destroyed by any weapon or by any arrangement. So actually, which is killed or which the, to whom we kill is actually not the soul but the body only. So it is explained in this text of Bhagavad Gita that if someone think that the soul is killed or it is the killer of anything, anyone, then he is actually not in knowledge. He is in ignorance only. That's why it's explained in this shloka that ubhauto na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. The soul is neither the killer nor it can be killed by anything. In next shlokas it is explained in more detail that no weapon is there to kill the soul, because the nature of soul is Sat Chitananda. It's eternal, full of bliss, and it's all knowledgeable. But it's different from Supreme Personality of Godhead. Supreme Lord is also Satchidanand, but and soul is also Satchidanand, but the difference is in quantity. Qualitatively, we are same, but Lord's potency is ultimate. He can never be covered by any ignorance. The soul has this tendency to covered by ignorance, or he forget his real identity. But Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, he can never forget. And even he, for his leelas, for his pastimes, he forget his ultimate potency. Still he is Supreme Lord. When there is need, then he can act like Supreme Personality of Godhead. But for us, uh, we are always have this tendency to come under the ignorance or the material potency of the Lord. Although we are marginal potency of the Lord and we are superior to this material world, but still due to association with this matter from time immemorial. We are identifying ourselves with this matter only. That's why we forget our real identity and we think that I am this body only. And that is the difference between Supreme Sachidanand and this partial Sachidanand. The soul and super soul both are equal in qualities, but quantitatively, soul is only minute part of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mamev anso Jivaloke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, although the living entity is eternal, but it's a part, not the whole. The whole being is Supreme Lord, and the part living being is soul. That's why for Lord it's called super soul. There is no one who can excel the authority of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why He's supreme. No one can be equal to Him, or no one can be greater than Him. So super soul is ultimate. He is absolute. He is not the super soul in respect to some persons. He is absolutely Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no relativity. On sometimes we are also become superior or supreme, but in relation to somebody. But Supreme Personality of Godhead, He is not Supreme Lord in relation to some persons. He is absolutely Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why he's called Nirpeksha, Nirpeksha Bhagavan. Sapeksha means relative, and Nirpeksha means in relation to anything, or absolute personality of Godhead, absolute supreme person. But the soul, although it's eternal, still soul is part of Supreme Lord. So, like the Supreme Personality of sometimes persons, they raise this question that Lord Krishna, he also live body, he killed by some person, by one hunter named Jara, and many time Lord comes and he also die. But these type of questions were raised by the ignorant persons who have no knowledge of the scriptures, who have no knowledge uh, from the authorized scriptures, and due to their ignorance they talk about Lord Krishna, Supreme Lord Krishna, and Lord Ram, and many other incarnation of the Lord, because that's why Krishna said that who know me in truth, janam kram cha me divyam evam yuvetti tattvatah, who know my birth and activities in truth, he tyaktva deham punarjanma, after leaving this body, tyaktva deham punarjanma nayati mameti sorjuna. Even the person who know my birth and activities in truth, he is also liberated. He is not forced to take birth again. He passed this cycle of birth and death. The person who is the Supreme Lord, by understanding his activities, by understanding his birth, and any person, any marginal potential of the Lord, any living entity, any soul, he can surpass this cycle of birth and death. So how can it's possible that the Supreme Lord is under this cycle of birth and death, or cycle of karma? So actually, that's why Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Avajananti mam mudha manusim tanmasrita param bhavam ajananto mama bhut maheshwaram. That I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. My eternal nature is I am the controller of everyone, everything. So who don't know my this nature of mine, he ridicule when I incarnate in the human form of, like Lord Krishna comes in the Yadu dynasty as a Kshatriya, he play many activities, he fight, he uh, perform many type of pastimes with his friends, with his girlfriends, with his cowherd boys, uh, in Mathura, in Vrindavan, in Dwarika, in Kurukshetra, in various places he have done many type of pastimes, different uh, human-like pastimes. But many times he show his supreme personality, supreme potency, but who don't know exactly what is the supreme personality of Godhead, and who are not interested in actually knowing the real nature of the Lord. They are full, number one, and they cannot know the real nature of the Lord. So actually, supreme personality of Godhead is not like us. Although he is Sachidanand Vigraha, but he is the supreme person. He can never be equal to us, and we can never be equal to him. Either in this material world or in the spiritual world. We are always remain the marginal potency of the Lord. We are always dependent on the Supreme Lord. We are always the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So in this shloka, Krishna is saying that who knows that the soul, nature of the soul, he is actually the real Pandit. As in previous verse, he has explained that Nanu Swachanti Panditaha. Now he is explaining that who don't know this, who to na vijanito, nayam hanti na hanati. Who think that the soul is the one person is killing another person. So person A is the killer and person B is the killed by A. But actually neither A nor B is this body. They are both the proprietor of this body. They are killing, A is killing the body of the B. B is leaving his body only. So actually neither person A is the killer nor person B is the killed. Only the action is performed between the bodies of the two persons, but the person is different. That's why who think like this, that one person is killing another person, both are in ignorance. Ubhau to na vijanito. Both of them, they don't know the fact that the soul is different from this body, and soul can never be killed, and soul can never kill other, because other person is also soul. So he can also not, he can never be killed also. So that's why the soul is always pure. Even in this material world, whatever activity one perform, soul is totally different from it. Only problem is our false ego. Due to this false ego, we identify ourselves with this body, and that's why this we are forced to take one body after another. But if we identify ourselves as the possessor of this body or different from this material body, if we know clearly the nature of the soul, nature of ourselves, and utilize this the facilities given in this body in serving Krishna, that is the real nature of the soul, then we can surpass this cycle of birth and death, and we can attain the real purpose of our life, real aim of our life. That is the intelligence, that is intelligent being. Otherwise, everyone in this material world, they are like the fool. They are actually wasting their time for only in the activities of this body. So that's why it is explained that both are the ignorant person who think that one is killing and one is killed. And sometimes one different type of ignorant person also exists who think that it's correct body. We are never, no one can kill anyone. So that's why I am killing, but actually I am not killing. And whom I am killing, that person is not this body, it's soul. I am killing only the body. So what is the problem in it? So it's good to kill, but actually to know the soul means to do or to perform the activities of the soul. So this is not the activity of soul to kill some other's body or to eat some other's body for our own sense gratification. If you understand that you are not this body, what is the need to eat meat? What is the need to kill others' body and eat it? We are not this body. So to maintain this useless body, we should not kill others' body. We should utilize this body to perform uh, austerities, to perform the activities by which we can totally fix in this knowledge that we are not this body. And if we act like ignorant person, this type of ignorant person, then we forget that we are actually this, not this body, but the soul. And this activity itself is the proof that that person is ignorant, totally ignorant about the soul. That's why he is killing others. That's why he is killing others for his own sense gratification. Artificially saying that I am the soul and I am not killing anyone. But if you are not killing anyone, why you are thinking that I have killed it, so it's my property? Sometimes it's happen if one tree is grown in field of some farmer, he say that this is my tree. But sometimes the tree grown on the uh, boundary of two farms. No? And then they both fight with each other. This is my tree, this is my tree. Sometimes it's a great war in village areas that this is my property because the tree is grown in my area. And if it's in boundary, then it's a great problem. So um, the persons who identify with this body, they identify the property related to this body as own self also. Like a car, uh, the more gross materialism means to identify oneself with the property related to this body. So many persons think that I am this car. So if someone hits that car or it's have some scratches, you have scratched me, you have hit me, I will punish you. They actually identify with their car only. They speak like that. Sometimes they call someone in Hindi. It's they call rickshaw wala. So they don't say rickshaw wala. They say rickshaw, come here. So they identify others also with the vehicle only. They said rickshaw. They pronounce rickshaw, but for whom? The driver of the rickshaw actually. Taxi. So they are not saying that you taxi driver come here. They say the taxi come here. But actually taxi, they are not calling for taxi, but they are calling for taxi driver. But they identify taxi driver or taxi only. So this is gross materialism. And such persons, if they speak that we are soul, we are killing, I am not killing anyone, then they, if you are not killing anyone, and if someone kill you, if someone punish you, then why you are opposing? Because they are also not punishing you, because you are different from this body. So if you are hanged, then you are not hanged actually, your body is hanged. So if you have killed someone, then it's the duty of the government to hang you. So you should understand clearly that I am not hanged, I am not this body. So real self-realized person, he act like that. If he have done some mistake, then he is ready to get the punishment. And others who are artificially posing that we are not this body, we are soul, so we can eat meat. Actually, we are not eating. because we are different from this body. The body is eating. So punishment is also given to body. So if someone is actually on that level, then he can never oppose. If he has done some mistake, he is ready to get punishment related to that mistake. But that's why Prabhupada is saying that this statement that neither soul is killed and nor soul can kill is not to promote killing of each other or to killing of the animals, slaughterhouse, but it's to know actually the nature of the soul. And it's to stop killing each other because we are not related to this body, or only to maintain this body, why to kill others? Why to kill the innocent animals? What is the need? Because this is not our real property. We have to live in this body for some time only. So why to take so much burden to kill many persons to maintain this useless body, which is destined to die? We can never maintain it eternally. We are eternal. So there is no need to do abominable activities, sinful activities to maintain this body. That is the purpose of understanding the knowledge of the soul or the self-realization knowledge. So we should understand it clearly that if we understand that soul, we are soul, it means we will come to the platform that we will act like that, which is related to the activities of the soul. We stop activities of the body gradually, and whatever we do, that is for the benefit of the soul. That is the purpose of this knowledge of the self-realization. So we should not misunderstood it, and we also understand clearly and clear the misconception of others also. Sometimes many intelligent persons, they think like this, and that's why they are not able to follow the scriptures. But if we help them, then they can understand and they can apply and they get benefit of this great knowledge. So we should understand clearly the science of soul, and if we explain it nicely, then they can understand. And they get the great benefit from it. They can destroy all their anxiety, stress, if they understand that. If one understand that I am not this body, then he will relieved from many problems. Almost all problems will finish if we fixed on this platform of self-realization. So in Vedic scriptures, it is not recommended that we kill each other in without any reason. But Arjuna is encouraged by Krishna to fight because this fight is for good cause. Because they have tried their best to avoid this fight, but still the opposite party is not ready to compromise. That's why this fight is good for all, and Krishna wants this. So that is different case. So in particular situation, we should act accordingly, but not in general. So it's not that Arjuna is encouraged by Krishna. So I should also get encouragement, and I take the sword or take the gun and hit everyone whom I will meet. I am releasing the burden on the earth by killing innocent person. So if we take it like that, that is only foolishness. Real knowledge means that according to situation, according to need, we should act accordingly. Hare Krishna. Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Shrimad Bhagavad ki jai. If you have any question or comment, you can tell. We will stop here.
No comments, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
One time we will recite Hare Krishna mantra and stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram